Well, things did not work out as planned. I purchased a 150-gallon aquarium, and the stand could not get into the basement. I couldn't get it down the steps, nor could I get it through the back door. So I decided on a plan B. I went out and purchased some bricks and made a stand out of the bricks. Well, the problem is, once I had that all set up, it was still too far out from the wall, and I couldn't get to the electrical, and I couldn't work on the tank in the wall. So now we're going to go with plan C. We're going to move the fry rack back over to its original position that we had it at before. And so the only difference is now I'm running everything with the air, so I have to set up the valves and the tubing to maneuver everything over there. And so that's going to be pretty simple. Just drill the holes here and then screw in the air valves and we'll be all set. As you can see, very easy peasy to do. And so now we're going to take time to move the rack over. Now this is going to take a while because I'm going to drain all of them down, take them all off the rack, and get it all moved over. Now, the great thing about being able to do this is I get to take time to examine the health of the fry that I have and actually see how many I do have. From time to time, you know, you have a spawn, you put a spawn, 1 or 2 spawns of fry in one tank, and then when you count them later, some of them die off, they just disappear, no trace of them, and that happens when you're breeding and having fry in these tanks. So I just want to get an actual count. And so what I have fry from the winter time is I have about 4 or 5 different spawns of Hypancistris albino L333 king tigers. I also have like 1 or 2 clutches that I kept for myself to raise up of zebra plecos, and I'm keeping those. And I also have, man, maybe 3 to 4 clutches of Hypancistris L136. I don't know if they're going to be C's or B's. The parents are C's, so I have to raise them up to be able to find out. And so I'm excited about that because, you know, it's like like opening a box and just seeing what gift comes out, you know, because it's so small you can't tell until they start to develop, and you see if how many spots, how big they get, how many you have, and then you'll be able to tell B's from C's. So I have to wait for that. But right away, I did notice when dealing with these albinos that it is a big size difference now. So I'm going to separate the larger ones from the smaller ones. I think what I'm going to do, the smaller ones I'm going to add down to the 50 breeder with the L136s and let them just grow up together. And that'll make it quite easy. And I can see these are at selling size. They're a good 1.5 to 2 inches, and they're slow growers. Now, what I did find out with these zebra plecos, that I originally had 11, now it's only 6. So I'm kind of irritated with that. I think it's only 6 or 7 fry left in here, but they're doing really well. They're eating and they're growing in size. And so I'm trying to keep more of my babies. I sold most of everything out, and I'm deciding from now every year I'm gonna examine and try to keep some and hold some back for myself. And so this is the first batch or 2 batches that I'm gonna keep and raise up myself. So we can get that going, and that is now all complete. Not too bad. Looks pretty good. And like I said, I added all the fry to that bottom one. And we'll do a video on those later and see how they look and see what we have there. And also, I did find quite a, I kept, what is that? The bushy nose, long fin, blue eyes. I kept baby scavengers in each tank, so I collected all those up and put them in one tank. And I also have 2 different tanks of shrimp here, the red shrimp and the blue shrimp. And probably have to get rid of those because I got too many, especially the red ones. They're breeding in all my aquariums. I have to start collecting them out and moving them on. It's too many. They're just breeding in large multitudes in each tank now. So, but this video is about getting the stand together. So as you can see, we're starting the process of building a stand. And, you know, tons of videos on there, so not going to show all that, just showing the different stages that I'm at with it. And it's coming along really well. And I decided now I got to the point where I can cut the bottom panel and get that in there. And then I'm gonna get the top done. Like I said, this is gonna be a double stack because I wanna be able to put 150 gallon aquarium on the bottom. And I wanna put 150 or maybe 200 gallon on top. So what I did notice at the end here that I have the sand, just one of the corners to get everything the way I want it. But all in all, it turned out really well, very nice, and I'm really satisfied with it. I never can get it out of this room, but that's okay. And so that is now complete. And so now I can do a quick little tour of the room here. Got that done here. I found some extra aquariums here that I'm not sure if I'm going to use. I may build a little rack here for those, but I'm still undecided, or if I want to just put a table back there again. But now I have to do water changes on all my pleco tanks, and I do got some changes. We're going to do a video on that on my breeding stocks and what I'm keeping. But as you can see here, I got this all complete, painted, and so I already tested the tank. It holds water very well. So now I'm going to set this up, and I'll do another video for that, and I'll have everything all set up. I do got some rocks in here and that I'm going to use. I got the FX6 and the FX4 to use on this tank, and I do have some other fixtures. I got pretty much everything I need to. I have to get some tops. That's what I have to do. I'm gonna build tops for this aquarium as well, and then from there I will be good to go. And I also picked up a couple more pieces of wood for this tank, especially it's going to be my pleco tank. So all in all, I'm happy. It turned out pretty well. And so these big catfish, these plecos will be able to go to their home pretty soon. My L120s, the L025s, and get that going. So I just wanted to show that to you guys today. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll have another one when it's all complete and set up. Thank you for watching.